You know, I'm Challenger, I have no life, and I'm Asian, so I probably can get rank 1. Alright, so last time on, Dragon Balls in my mouth, we were at 467 LP, and a lot of people are complaining about my intro. Or, well, some people are. The thing is, I don't really care too much because I think it's funny, you know, in some really stupid way. I mean, if you don't know me already, I have the sense of humor of a 13-year-old, so yeah, if you don't like it, then you won't like my personality. I had a more vulgar response, but I won't show that side of me, hehe. Anyways, I'm off to a good start, but I make a really, pretty shitty play. Because I want to kill this Karma, but you can see the situation here is that Hecarim is coming and they have a Twisted Fate on their team, so I can't really kill her. But this was just a greed kill because I have a mark on Karma, so I really wanted to kill her, even if the enemy knew like 5 seconds ahead of time that I was coming. So if I remembered that they had a Twisted Fate on their team, I probably wouldn't have done this play, but I was pretty desperate to get a kill to make up for a mid laner dying. And right here, I just think we can win this team fight, but I didn't realize the whole enemy team was here. So I basically stepped in a situation where I thought I could save our mid laner with my ultimate and, you know, maybe come out on top. But obviously walking into a 3v5 was a pretty bad idea. The only thing that was on my mind at the moment was save my mid laner with the ultimate, but I didn't really think about where the enemy team might be at. Anyways, this game is going pretty downwards and our team is not really having a good time. I'm actually getting out jungled right now for sure. Like, Hecarim has been getting kills on the bot lane. I've been trying to get kills in the mid lane and top lane, but it hasn't been going well for me. The only reason I didn't camp bot lane was because our AD carry wasn't an AD carry main. He was like a Rengar main, so obviously you don't want to camp for the weaker lane. So what happens is basically we try and do a desperate Baron, but then there's going to be a little Baron contesting with me and the enemy jungler, and let's just see how close it was. So right here, the enemy jungler is coming in with his ultimate, and then a bunch of damage actually comes from out of nowhere. I have no idea where the fuck it came from, and it surprised me that the Baron got chunked in like 1 second for about 800 damage. So I guess you can say I fucked up the smite, and we lose the game because of that. And now this brings us to 449 LP. Yeah, but this next game I play Kindred again, and it looks like I'm getting a lot of Kindred not being banned in Champion Select when we're first pick. So what do I do? Obviously I'm going to be picking her if she's up and telling my teammates to pick her up for me. Now, you're going to see me camping this Alawi because, well, she has no escapes, and it's really easy to gank her, so I just keep ganking her. Now, I'm going to tell you something I really fucked up on. So basically, after that gank, I go into the jungle to, you know, do some counter jungling, since we do have pressure on the map. But what I didn't realize was that me and Teemo were actually still pretty healthy, but now I have no mana to actually gank her anymore. So what me and Teemo could have done was gank her again as she's coming to the lane and before she gets to the tower. So you can see this is definitely a missed opportunity if I didn't use all my mana on the golems. See how I'm getting smarter and seeing these opportunities that might be coming? Although I didn't take action upon it, at least I thought of it and maybe can remember it for next time. Anyways, right here, I was going to use my ultimate at the last second, but oh wow. Honestly, it's probably safer to use it before you actually die. And if the enemy's hit points aren't really low, then it's safe to use it when they're at a high hit point. So that's what I learned on Kindred off that awful play. Now, right after I die, the enemy takes a while until they start doing the dragon, and since I know the enemy fought a big team fight earlier, they don't have their big spells, and we can probably fight this. And they also didn't buy it, so it's going to be very easy to clean them up in this team fight. So if you're the other team, just back before the enemy respawns. Anyways, all I keep doing in this game is keep going for my marks and basically going for Alawi. Because she has no escapes and she can't really kill me, I can only kill her. And you know, when Kindred starts getting her marks and stacks, she actually becomes one of the most powerful junglers, especially to carry with in this game. She honestly is one of the most biggest snowbally champions in the game. Like, if she doesn't get her marks, she's significantly weaker. And yeah, I'm just going ham for these marks. Maybe this play wasn't the best idea, but I just want those marks really badly. And apparently in the LCS, someone told me that like they wouldn't go for the marks even if it was like right beside them. I was really confused with that, but I haven't watched a Kindred game in LCS for a long time, so I wouldn't know if that statement is true or not. Anyways, I kind of went off in this game, and yeah, thankfully you see me carry for once, except for this part. But anyways, the client fucked up, so we won't be seeing how much LP we gained this game, and I kind of forgot how much I gained this game, so hopefully it's not too much of a nuisance to you guys. But finally, we'll be facing Box. And don't worry, I remember what happened the last time. like very clearly. I even mark him at the beginning of the game to show him that I'm gonna fucking camp him. Now there's actually a little drama going on between me and BoxBox, and basically what happened is I banned his Riven, and like his viewers came to my stream and were like, you're a fucking fag, blah blah blah, you're fucking ghosting, all this shit. But the thing is, I wasn't ghosting, I actually had him in my last champion select, then someone dodged and I noticed he wasn't on my team, and then the next one, so I just like, hey, he's probably on another team, so I banned it. And then you probably saw earlier that there was a little heated discussion, not really too heated, but basically him and Nidhogg are dueling and dynamic queuing together, and think it's like frowned upon to ban someone who like mains Riven or whatever, but honestly that's kind of dumb. I mean, people in LCS target ban each other all the time. I can see ghosting being frowned upon, but in this situation I didn't do it. And also I'm trying to get LP, so of course I'm going to target ban someone if I have an idea that they're on another team. And like right here at the end, I think they were actually taking me somewhat seriously, and then I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? It seems like they're taking this a little bit seriously, and like you can't really take me too serious all the time. Of course I was like kinda serious towards the end. Earlier, all that shit talking was kind of, kind of funny, and somewhat entertaining to create some hype for like you guys and my viewers who were watching the stream. But yeah, apparently there's just like different opinions on target banning, and some people don't like it. Obviously I see why BoxBox doesn't like it, because he gets banned out a lot, so he gets probably pissed at that. Well, I think it's a legitimate strategy to do. So what's your opinion on this? Do you think target banning should be good or a bad thing? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, that's just a little drama, doesn't really matter too much. So if you guys haven't noticed already, our team comp is actually one of the most OP shit I've ever seen, because we have Kindred, Vladimir, Zyra, Ashe, and Victor. So I said to myself at the beginning of the game, if I lose this game, I'm absolute fucking garbage, because we have all the OP champions on our team. So you know, statistically, we have a really good chance of winning the game. But sadly, I'm not really doing too hot in the jungle. I'm definitely getting out jungled at the moment, and the mistake you saw right here was pretty cocky of me, and honestly I didn't think he could one-shot me at that point. So whenever I feel like my team is kind of behind, I put on more of an aggressive playstyle and go for kills whenever I see them. So right here I see that Azir uses his Q on me, and so I feel like he has no escapes at this point, so I just all in him and see if I can get a kill on him, which does happen, but I am now counter ganked by this Lee Sin. And honestly what I just did was a pretty risky move, because what if he had flash? Then I would have just died for free. The kill was definitely worth it since we're behind, and would have definitely been super worth if I had a mark on him, but I didn't. But that's okay, it's still worth. And here we get a nice comeback team fight, because Azir was actually middle and it was like a 4v5. So you know, the enemy probably shouldn't have fought. And right here I'm just going for my marks because I know my team is on this side of the map, so we have some pressure. But the enemy does not want to allow that, so they're coming in hot and trying to kill me. But also my team is as well. And right here I do know that my flash is up, and honestly I probably could have lived here by maybe flashing over the wall or something, but I actually didn't think that Gnar would do so much damage with that last Q. So just a team fight, awareness mistake, but also I was not looking at how much stacks of Gnar's W passive was on me. So what I can get from reviewing this footage right now is I should have a little bit more team fight awareness and, you know, seeing what's on me. And by that I mean the 2 stacks that Gnar had on me previously. So yeah, if I were paying attention a little bit more, probably could have avoided my death by flashing out of the way. And right here we're starting the siege because we see they're all in the river, and we figure that we can probably take down this tower before they have a good position on us. But I think the #1 rule is if you see a Gnar who's about to turn Mega Gnar, you should probably back out, since Mega Gnar is the form where you can initiate, and there's also a bunch of walls around us, so he can easily get a nice combo onto us. And yeah, the team fight didn't really go too well. After this team fight, they actually do get the Baron, and we have to ditch this tower because there's too much pressure coming from the enemy. And Lee Sin actually gets a really nice kick onto our Ashe, but BoxBox kinda goes really ham on us, but doesn't get us into a wall. And so since our backline does a lot of damage, we kill him, and the enemy is actually going, you know, pretty ham onto us. But I think once Gnar died, they probably should have stopped and just regrouped or something, because they just did an incredible throw, and now we're back into the game. And the best thing, of course, is that we're a late game team comp. All of our champions do scale into the late game, and enemy team has Gnar, Lee Sin, and Ezreal, who all fall off in the late game, so if we get past 40 minutes, we should be able to win. Now right here, the enemy is going for some picks. If they had gotten away while getting some kills, it would have been fine, but honestly, they probably should have grouped as 5 and just fought 5v5, because again, if they're taking us to the late game stage, we'll probably win, so they should try and end it as soon as possible. But yeah, little fights just keep happening, and honestly, they probably should have ended it when they had the Baron and just sieged. Instead, they went for like a hard engage, which we kind of turned it around on them pretty fast. And you know, we're just coming back very slowly. But right here, you can see we're in a really awkward position where Lee Sin is actually cutting off the minions so we can't siege. And also we're being pincered, so we're in a very awkward position, and our goal is to get the hell out of here before we die. And right here you'll see something weird that I didn't really know until now. But did you guys know, even if you don't get hit by Azir's ultimate, but you like dash into it or bounce off of it, it'll still do damage to you? And that's how I died, because I hopped into it. So I thought I died from Azir's Sand Soldier or maybe an Ezreal Q, but apparently I just hopped into it and fucking died. So yeah, if you see a wall, don't hop into it. Now the way for us to get back into this game is if we get an Ashe arrow on, a squishy or something. So we need to save these arrows when we're grouped up as 5 and not for picks. Ashe is kind of going for these, arrows that might work, but we need more direct on hit arrows instead of like the 50-50 arrows, and we definitely need 100% arrows if we want to win this game. Otherwise, we don't really have good engage, and the enemy has pretty decent engage with Lee Sin plus Gnar. But we're overall getting stronger as the game goes on, so eventually it won't really matter too much, but right now it kind of does. We need those arrows for sure. And yeah, this team fight doesn't really go too hot for us, but luckily the enemy cannot do Baron, as well Vladimir does quite a bit of damage before he dies. But we're going to skip a little later on because there's a bunch of fights that actually happened, but nothing really happened afterwards. And right here, it's one of those dragon smite steals I gotta do, but I'm actually under so much pressure that I didn't really know if I should flash in or what to do in this situation, because I've never really had it, and I've never been under so much pressure from like the Gnar and Blitzcrank zoning me. But yeah, honestly, looking at it now, I probably should have flashed in, maybe use my ult on the Elder Dragon, or just straight up go for a smite steal, which is a really good risk to take in that sort of situation. But right here again, enemy going pretty ham on my team, and we're actually sort of winning against the team with the Elder Dragon, which is a surprise to me. And even though I don't really have the hottest score in my team, I definitely do a lot of damage because I have 11 marks and I'm full build, so I'm definitely a big threat towards the enemy team. Now finally, Ashe gets the 100% arrow on a really good target, which is going to be the Azir, who does not have a QSS. So our team is just going ham on that and seeing the opportunity to kill him. And basically from here, you can see that the team fight is over. And since we're at 45 minutes, death timers are going to be really long, and we do have super minions on the way. So what we do is we push down mid and go for the win. This brings us to 465 LP. Wait a minute. Well, first of all, I got my revenge on Box, but to be honest, it wasn't too satisfying because I didn't really perform too well in the early game, and my performance, not too happy with it, but a win's a win, especially against Box, so I'm a little happy. But also, 465 LP. Isn't that where we were when we started this series? If you guys don't know already, we've actually gone through 50 games since this series has started, and I feel really bad for not really making any progress, but it's kind of hard to climb, and I'm not going to skip any games. But also I do feel like I'm improving and having a better understanding of solo queue and of the game itself. I actually will say that my peak this season was 600 LP, but I stopped playing for a long time because I was, focusing on making some videos. But now my time is spent making videos and just dedicating some time to solo queue to try and get that rank 1. But honestly, right now, I feel like it's more like the road to 500 LP. Do I think rank 1 is possible? It is possible, but I have to dedicate a lot of games to getting there and just, getting my skill back up. So I definitely think it's going to be a while, especially at this rate. And I do apologize, but I just want to let you guys know that I'm trying to get there. But anyways, the game you just saw was pretty stompy. All I can say is once I got that first blood, I just went off because Kindred is a really snowbally champion, and we gained some LP and we're not where we started at anymore. But that's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So 482 LP puts us at rank 137, and on the next episode of Dragon Balls in My Mouth, we'll be facing Bjergsen in the mid lane, and I'm fucking scared shitless and I don't want to play this game. Oh yeah, looks like Box is going to be on our team this time. So this is going to be an interesting game, and we're also going over 8 games, but we're going to specifically go in-depthly on this one. So make sure to watch that video, and if you guys did like this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Panther Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.